Hello guys, welcome to my channel. What is AWS Backup Service? How to take on-demand backup? Can we automate backups on specific schedule? How to restore? We will see this and much more. So please stay tuned. Yeah, so go into EC2 portal and I have one EC2 server already available for this exercise. So we'll use this EC2 server to take the backup. So first, let's see what is this EC2 server is for. So this is our web server and we have one web page which is shown. So what we want to see is once we restore, right, so it should work as expected. So this is a web page what you are seeing. Welcome guys, hope you will enjoy this tutorial. So let's get started. So search for AWS Backup Service, right? So this is centrally manages and automates backup across AWS services. That is what AWS Backup Service is. And there are few services which are supported by AWS Backup and we'll see that. So click on dashboard, then we'll start on-demand backup. So before that, just make sure that EC2 is enabled in configure resources. You can just toggle this, like you can switch and switch off. So here I am just making sure that EC2 enabled and you can see what are the services supported by AWS Backup at this moment, right? So just confirm that all looks good and go back to the dashboard. So here we'll create on-demand backup. Click on on-demand backup. So this is a one-time backup what we are taking. So search for EC2 from drop down. Here this is the one instance which we have and we want to back it up. So retention period, you can just keep it as it, but let me just make it in days and we can choose 1 day. Here you can see that there are few options, weeks, months, year. So let me take days and retention we can specify, right? And next is backup vault. Backup vault is something is a logical entity which holds all the backup information for this particular backup. So we'll just create new vault instead of using default. So just give some name. This can be anything. So I'll just give web server backup vault and then exception key, just choose AWS backup which is default and create backup vault. So this is very simple to create backup vault. So and by default it's choosing that. So let me make sure it is there. Okay. So IAM role, we can choose IAM role if you already know that you have one, or otherwise just choose default role and proceed. So if default role does not exist, it will create one for you. So we are okay with this setting and I'm going to go ahead and create a on-demand backup for this. So this is that simple guys, like you can just from AWS console you can create a backup for EC2 server. You can do it for other services as well. I'm just showing you for example for EC2. So this is going to take time, so we can see the status, right? Let me refresh and it's saying now it's running. So this will take time, so let me just pause this video and come back. Okay, so you can see the backup completed. It took almost 10 minutes or so, but now we can see that it is completed, and this is how you can check the status. And then you can see protected resources, that is EC2 server. That is the only one resource we have which is protected by AWS backup. So anytime you want to know what are the resources protected by this AWS backup service, you can come here and see it under protected resources, right? So this is on-demand backup, like you want to take backup, ad hoc backup, and we took one. But what if we want to automate this process and take the backup on particular schedule? So this is how you can do it. And there are, like once you create a backup plan, right, you can just use the template which AWS provides, or you can just build your own. So what I'm doing is just to show that I'm going to build it from scratch. So click on build a new plan, give it a name, web server. Again, this is just a name for our backup plan, right? And then backup rule name. So this is a rule configuration where we are specifying what is the condition, what is the rule for taking our backup on schedule. So just give the name for this rule, web server backup rule. So backup vault we already created, just choose that. backup frequency, you can again choose like whatever backup frequency you need. So daily, weekly, monthly, whatever is your requirement. And even you can use custom cron expression. Okay, I'm taking weekly backup, keep it for 1 day retention. Everything else, just keep it as it is, keep it default, and you can create a plan for this particular backup. Okay, so this is how you have created a plan, and a plan is weekly backup on Monday. Next is you have to attach this rule to resources, or in other words, you want to assign resources to this particular backup. So you have option to do that, and whatever EC2 server we have, right, we will assign that as a resource, so that backup plan will work for that particular EC2 instance. So again, this is assignment name, so it is EC2 server, keep default role, nothing need to change here. And here under assignment assign resources section, right, you can either give your one instance, or you can just keep on adding instances, or even you can give some selection criteria that okay, like this is a tag for this particular EC2 instance, and whatever EC2 instance has this tag, I want to use this backup plan. All EC2 instances, if you want, you can even do that, but we know like we just have one instance, so even if you keep all, doesn't make much difference. So these are two options what we have. And then as I said, like you can even refine your selection criteria using tag. That is optional, but this is a good idea to do it. So you have development instances, you want to just take backup so often, and production daily backup, something like that. So you can give keys and then use those keys to automatically have this assignment to your backup plan. So this I have put one key type as app server, so I'm just showing you how to do it, but here it does not matter because as I said, like it was just a single instance, so nothing fancy happening here, right? So, and you can even have multiple tags, so I just have one tag, so we are good with that. And click on assign resource. Okay, continue. So this is how it is, like you have created a backup plan, you have assigned resources to that backup plan, and you have automated backup happening based on frequency what you define in backup rule. So this is another way of taking backup. One is ad hoc backup, what we just saw. Second is backup plan. So next what we are going to see is, we are going to see how we can restore using the backup what we have taken as a first step, right? So we are going to see that next. So we know we have one instance, so let me just terminate this instance, because plan is to restore it, like for some reason you lost this instance but you have backup, so you should be in position to get your instance back. So that is what we are trying to simulate. So I just terminated this instance. Yeah, it is shutting down. So let's try to restore this and make sure our website or whatever we have seen before, right, web page, it is up and running. So let's try that. So I'm just going back to AWS Backup Console. So restore. So you have option to even change instance type. If you want, you can even change that, but we'll just keep it as it is. It is T2 micro what we have when we took the backup. So same thing I want to keep. Even virtual private cloud you can choose. You can choose the subnet. So these are all the options when you want to restore your instance backup. So you can even put it in different VPC, different subnet. Even you can change the security group. You can change instance IAM roles. So all these options are there. So okay, so this restore is running. Yeah, so I can see that restore completed. Instance is restored and it is up and running. Now let's quickly verify setting for security group and whether port 80 is open, which is needed for web server. We can just verify that it is there, and it is same like what was there for earlier instance. Even you can check networking, whether VNet, subnet is what is expected. So you can see that it is same. So we are good with whatever restore we have done. So next validation will be to make sure that our website is up and running. So copy public DNS URL and see whether it works. Make sure you use HTTP instead of HTTPS. So great, you can see that web page is up and running, and you can read the same thing. Welcome guys, hope you will enjoy this video or tutorial. Yeah, so that's it. So we are able to restore our EC2 instance, and without doing any changes after that, you have your website up and running. Next, please make sure you delete the lab. Delete backup plan. First delete resource assignment for that, then backup rule, recovery point, and then backup vault. Right, and also terminate EC2 instance. Hope you learned something new today. If so, please like this video, share, leave your comment so that I know this content is helping you. Don't forget to subscribe, and that's now. Okay, see you again with yet another exciting tutorial about AWS. Keep learning, keep sharing what you learn, and thanks for watching.